Hello, long time no see. It's been a while since I recorded on here. Um, it's been a long while. I probably like a couple months, I guess. I don't know. Uh, but the last time I know I talked on here, I was kind of complaining about certain things, but it's called venting. um, as since then, I am no longer going to the hospital to get chemo treatments. I have been staying home because I am now underneath, I'm in hospice care. And, there was a hard decision to make on that part. And, I really didn't want to have to go that route. The reason behind this, hospice decision, it was because, I was, let's see, well, a few weeks ago, I had, with the chemo, part of the chemo, is one of the side effects of the chemo that I was on, was coughing. And, I was getting a lot of coughing, and, it wasn't fun. But, it was fine. It used to it hurt I don't know, like, it was really annoying. I mean, I was coughing. It was either a dry cough or I would cough up phlegm. And but one day it got to where when I coughed, I had this head pain. I mean, it hurt. It hurt my head, and it was just for like a few seconds, and it was bad. I mean, I was holding my head like this and I sat back, and and it hurt. I mean, just for a few seconds. I mean, it hurt bad. And the next day, I called the doctor up because this happened like in the evening, and after hours, you know. And so I called the next day, and uh, yeah, I talked. Well, the nurse. I mean, there was someone who took down notes and would take it and say, well, okay, I'll take it to the nurse. And then the nurse called me back later and got some more, information that I already told the other, And then she said, okay, well, I'll take it to, they took it to my nurse practitioner working with my oncology doctor. And she called me and um, she got down to, can't mess with her. She's a really good nurse, and I miss her. I miss her because it's one thing I do. I miss seeing, them, and yeah, especially her, because she always gave me a hug every time I see her. And but when I told her, about what my symptoms were, more, information. For one, she prescribed me a steroid medication for swelling, and it since I when I started taking it honestly it really helped stop the pain on that. But also another thing was set up for me, a CT scan, and of course um, it was done on at least a couple. It was done the day after. Well, she called me right away because she set it up, and she said, well, she called me right away and says, well, you can have it for this today or you can have it tomorrow. So I went tomorrow. So it was done on a Wednesday. The day after my worst nightmare was, it sucked when I heard this. I done cried over it. I'm about almost in tears now, but I done really cried over it. a lot when I heard the news. I was hoping I wouldn't got that call. I seen the U of M on my phone when it rang the next day, and I was like, um, I wasn't thrilled. Um, they found spots on my, up there in the head, in the brain. Not very many. Um, I wasn't thrilled about it. When my, because it was my casualty out there who called me directly and told me, and it's like, well, I know, I knew I was already gonna see Kelly, which that was the nurse practitioner saying that's her name. I knew I was gonna see her the next day. It was originally for to see how the chemo was working. Well, that kind of answered it right there when I got that call, and it really sucked. I didn't want to hear that at all. I didn't want to get no call. Period. Like I say, no news is good news, and unfortunately, I ended up with news, and it really sucks to hear that. Um, so I was, he said, well, you can, decide to go with radiation, or since you're gonna be seeing Kelly tomorrow, you can, it's gonna be, well, 'cause he was gonna be in there too. I already knew that. To talk about options to what to do. My sister came with me, and a friend, my also who also works at the hospital, who's a massage therapist, and she was there too. She's a very nice lady also, and she works with cancer patients, massage therapy for cancer patients at the UM. And she was there too. And it was a big support, big support. My Crystal was, even if Crystal was there, I mean, if there was three, I don't know if they would have ever, but more support the better. She couldn't make it that day because the vehicle they had just gotten something was wrong with the brakes and she didn't want to chance it. So, well, the van's working now. Anyway, but she wanted to be there, but I filled her in with that when she called me later. And anyway, when these options were discussed with me there in the office, they're like, well, you can, hold on, let me get a drink. And I know the reason it looks so dark right now, it's like it's after midnight, right? And where I live at, so I don't have any lights on. I had the TV on, but that's about it. You can't see that. But yeah, they were just, oh, I want so much. My mind before I went, my mind was so set on um, doing radiation because that was one of the options, and I really want to go and do that. But I heard about all the different, side effects. Side effects. I mean, there's always side effects of something. But when they told me, well, it kind of affects your memory, and you'd be a lot of pain. I mean, if it was just in your head, it would have been a different story. You probably could have had it done, and there wouldn't have been that much, you know, aggravation. I mean, all that suffering. I already went through it with chemo, and that was enough. I mean, it didn't help. But the way I look at it, I'm still here. And for all those other treatments that I was on all last year, starting with hormonal treatment. The first one I was on, tamoxifen. I remember that one well. It didn't work at all. Then they started me on a different hormonal treatment. I can't remember the name of that one, but I remember it did start to help at first. It did help at first, but then after a few months, when they had to do those CT scans over again and the bone scans, that didn't. I mean, it kind of slowed. It really was starting to work, and I was so happy. But then they started me on chemo. First round of chemo last year. It was like during the summertime. Late, I think it was like a late summer. I can't remember. And then another one. I was on three different. No. I was on three other different treatments. Chemo treatments. I don't remember the name of them all, but I remember, you know. But when I look at it, it's whether or not it helped, it didn't help. Whether or not it didn't help, did or did not help, I am still here. God is, to me, by grace, He's kept me here, even when those treatments have not worked. And the way I look at it is because of my faith in God and a positive attitude. Yes, I have my moments when every time I heard the word not working, yes, I was frustrated. But then this last one, when they started me before I had to come to the decision of radiation and hospice, when I started on this last chemo, I heard the word last chemo treatment, or 30% chance of working. And then hospice was mentioned then, but then we didn't want to go that route yet. I didn't want to go that route yet. And I'm like, not yet. According to my friend who came with me that day, she said I don't know. I can see look on my phone face. So she was like, my face looked like it just went, like it deflated because of what I heard. And but back to where I heard last time when I decided to go to hospice was that's what I ended up going with because my sister was even telling me in the office, after the doctor and Kelly left the room, they're like, that and my sister were like, it's really how better to be at peace. And you be comfortable, won't be remember everything. I mean, kids will remember you like you are. Happy, more out, upbeat and not in pain, not forgetting anything that that the radiation could have caused. And I really didn't want to go through that pain again. It sucked that I had to make that decision. At the same time, I was thinking of my kids, my family. I want to have good memories. I want my family to have good memories of, everything. Me being happy and less pain, walking around, and everything, and just spending time with the family. It, it was hard. I wanted so much to fight it. Another way of looking at it. That I don't need radiation to keep fighting. I need God to help me stay strong, positive, and not give up in the faith. I love God too much. I'm not ashamed to say it. And because He's gotten me through everything with this cancer and people I know God, only God knows what's gonna happen, and I don't. But I'm still gonna keep staying hopeful. I can't give up. That's not up to me. I'm not giving up. I love my family too much, and I know this is. I mean, just because it's hospice doesn't mean it's the end. You don't need radiation to get better. You can always have God in your life, positive attitude, family, friends of family, and with lots of with a whole bunch of support and positive, everything positive around you, and just don't like constantly hearing negative all the time. It drives me insane. But But anyway, I do have to go. So we're 15 minutes here. But please, that's have a good one, everyone. God bless. And okay, I'm fighting hard, and please don't ever give up. God, God loves God love you, and that's all. Okay, God bless everyone. Bye bye.